Any film can benefit from a feminine touch. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movies directed by women.
Eject your seat!
For this list, we're focusing on feature films directed by women, which means that no short films have been included, or documentaries such as Leni Riefenstahl's Triumph of the Will. Of course, no men are included either.
Speaking of reasonable,
Only $5.70.
not bad.
Number 10. The Kids Are All Right, Lisa Cholodenko.
Thank you very much.
Co-written and directed by Lisa Cholodenko, The Kids Are All Right examines what happens when a sperm donor comes knocking on the door of a lesbian couple and their children.
Like in two.
Like in gay.
Oh, right on.
Based in part on elements from her own life, this character study about family and sexuality, like much of Cholodenko's work, brought LGBTQ issues to the mainstream.
I love you, chicken. I love you too, pony.
Making many top 10 lists of the year's best films, The Kids Are All Right was met with some criticism due to its subject matter, but also practically universal acclaim from critics, proving that Cholodenko had struck a chord with her telling of this tale.
That's why we both get so blue.
Bravo.
Number 9. The Hitch-Hiker, Ida Lupino.
At the top of the news tonight is the report that the hitchhike murderer, Emmett Myers, is still at large.
Back when film noir had thoroughly engulfed the Hollywood movie system, a talented English dame was all the rage in front of and behind the camera.
We're going to San Felipe. You can pick up some gas there, hitch you right back.
And after Ida Lupino was suspended for turning down a role, she decided to become the first woman to direct a film noir feature. And The Hitch-Hiker has long been acknowledged as one of the best.
Sure, I'm Emmett Myers.
When two fishing buddies stop to pick up a gent on the road, they discovered that he's not exactly on the level.
Smoke? No.
In classic film noir fashion, things go very sour very quickly, and Lupino keeps the stress levels high at every turn, demonstrating her eye for filmmaking.
This is fine.
Cut it out! If you're gonna kill us, do it and get it over with.
Number 8. Selma, Ava DuVernay.
Selma it is.
His name was Martin Luther King Jr., and his dream of civil rights touched an entire nation.
Now, voting in Selma.
To honor one of America's greatest heroes, filmmaker Ava DuVernay focused on King's 1965 march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, as he led followers seeking their right to vote on an historic and often violent march.
If you want fear, you need dominance in Selma.
With her work on Selma, which beautifully dramatized a brutal period in American history, DuVernay became the first African-American woman to direct a film nominated for Best Picture. And she's one of the best new talents to emerge in recent years.
A march from Selma to Montgomery to protest and amplify.
Well, I'll be damned.
Number 7. Winter's Bone, Debra Granik.
I got them 2 kids and my mom to 10, man. I need him.
At the time of this film's release, Jennifer Lawrence had yet to really make her mark in Hollywood. But for her breakthrough role in cinema, she joined forces with director Debra Granik to play a motherly teenager from the Ozarks forced to pick up the pieces of her crumbling family.
I'm Ree. My dad's Jessup Dolly.
Critics praised the indie hit, which cost only $2 million to make, and Granik's direction, pointing out that she refused to judge the characters she depicted and instead built a dreary and disturbing world that still somehow left viewers with a sense of optimism.
My mom's sick. My dad's gone.
Not to mention, in Lawrence, Granik found the perfect Reed dolly.
But this one is a gun I learned on. This is Daddy's squirrel gun. Now, the most important thing is do not put your finger on the trigger unless you're ready to shoot and you're aimed at your target.
Number 6. Big, Penny Marshall.
I wish I were big.
A lanky Tom Hanks, a man-made fortune teller named Zoltar, a phantasmagorical coming-of-age concept.
Your wish is granted.
These were the ingredients for a film directed by Penny Marshall, And after becoming the first woman director to net over $100 million at the box office, she began to shed her image as Laverne DeFazio from the classic television series Laverne and Shirley.
It was called a Zoltar machine. It had this bobbing head that looked just like a devil, and if you got a quarter in the devil's mouth, you can make a wish, and I did, so I made a wish to be big.
Audiences typically enjoy a feel-good plot with a versatile actor in the lead role. However, back in the late 80s, the entire production was a gamble, and one that established Hanks as a legitimate box office star. And he had Penny Marshall to thank for it. Number 5. Monster, Patty Jenkins.
The truth is, I'm a hooker. And I'm trying to clean my life up here, you know, go straight and Christian and all, so.
A film possibly most famous for the physical and emotional transformation of its lead actress. Monster is the real-life story of a former prostitute executed for murdering 6 men.
My last John, all right? I f***ing killed my last John. I was raped and beat to f***ed and was gonna get killed. But I didn't want to lose, you know? All I could think about was how for the rest of your f***ing life you think I stood you up.
Directed by Patty Jenkins, the film is a psychological study that takes care not to demonize its main character, despite her failings. Monster earned every major acting award for Charlize Theron, and Roger Ebert called it the 3rd best film of the decade.
So I killed him. I shot him, all right? I f***ing shot him.
Jenkins went on to earn an Emmy nomination for directing the pilot of The Killing, and was later tapped to direct the Wonder Woman film. But it was this terrifying drama that paved the way.
I'm good with the Lord. I'm fine with him.
Number 4. American Psycho, Mary Harron.
There is an idea of a Patrick Bateman, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me.
Speaking of serial killer movies, this female-directed flick is steeped in more satire than historical fact. Based on the 1991 novel by Bret Easton Ellis, American Psycho became a cult hit, in large part thanks to Christian Bale's hilarious yet disturbing portrayal of Manhattan businessman Patrick Bateman, and, of course, the direction of Mary Harron.
I mean, I guess I'm a pretty sick guy.
She was brought in to take fellow Canadian David Cronenberg's seat in the director's chair, and she ingeniously brought the 80s to gruesome life, championing Bale for the lead from the start.
Anyone else?
Spencer wants to meet for drinks at Fluties, Pier 17.
When?
After 6.
Negative, cancel it.
While American Psycho is sometimes labeled misogynist, knowing that it was directed by a woman brings the satire to whole new levels.
Listen very, very carefully. I killed Paul Allen. And I liked it.
Number 3. Boys Don't Cry, Kimberly Pierce.
I'm Brandon.
Once a photographer based in Japan, and later a protege of Time magazine photojournalist Alfred Eisenstadt, Kimberly Pierce found herself working on a provocative Civil War screenplay while a graduate student at Columbia University.
So you're a boy. Now what?
Originally intending to write about a female soldier in drag, Pierce shifted her attention to the 1993 rape and murder of a Nebraska trans man by the name of Brandon Tina.
What is the matter with you?
I don't know. I don't know what went wrong.
You are not a boy. That is what went wrong. You are not a boy.
Tell them that. They say I'm the best boyfriend they ever had.
With a young Hilary Swank in the lead role, Boys Don't Cry opened up a worldwide dialogue about LGBTQ issues without sensationalizing them, and remains the definitive production in the small but potent filmography of Kimberly Pierce.
Were you like me, like a girl?
Yeah. Like a long time ago.
Number 2. The Hurt Locker, Kathryn Bigelow.
Oh, God.
In a year when America elected its first African-American president, never before had a woman won the Academy Award for Best Director.
I'm gonna die. I wanna die comfortable.
That all changed, however, upon the release of Kathryn Bigelow's The Hurt Locker, a film about the realities of war addiction, both internationally and domestically.
We can go!
While she had previously blown us away with her work on 1991's Point Break, and would again with 2012's Zero Dark 30.
Osama!
Bigelow opened the eyes of viewers long familiar with distressing war films, with a no-holds-barred take on a three-man bomb disposal squad. And her acute direction and attention to authenticity led to numerous accolades.
Hey, James! Sergeant Sanborn is asking if you'll please put your headset back on.
Before we unveil our #1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
We better go.
Wayne's World! Wayne's World! Party time! Accident!
Ed. 3 weeks we've been talking about the Platt Amendment. What are you people? On dope?
Number 1, Lost in Translation, Sofia Coppola.
I'm Charlotte, nice to meet you.
Even as the daughter of a legendary American filmmaker, Sofia Coppola didn't exactly have an Apocalypse Now-sized budget for her second feature, with only $4 million to play with.
For relaxing times, make it Centauri time.
What she did have, though, was the natural gift for pure cinema. And with the likes of Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson in the lead roles, the story she wrote of a chance meeting between two lost souls in Tokyo translated to a masterclass of independent filmmaking.
Well, it's impressive.
In a cinematic world of big-budget flicks and special effects, Lost in Translation reminded moviegoers that sometimes less is more.
Gonna use my arms, gonna use my legs, gonna use my style, gonna use my style.
Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite movie directed by a woman?
If you touch my son again, I'll fucking kill you!
For more mind-blowing top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.